Hi everyone. I had promised myself I wouldn't buy any more 3x3s this year, but there's some really interesting stuff coming out, so I might have to come back on that. So I decided to make a little collection video of all my 3x3s until now, before it becomes unmanageable. I got here 31 3x3s. I'm not counting, by the way, sticker mods or shape mods or anything like that, just regular standard 3x3s. I actually get 48 total, but some are duplicates of these ones, so I'll get to that. I won't get into too much detail on the bad cubes because I have a video on those and it will be linked in the description. Just go over them quickly. This is a Rubik's brand 2.0. It's terrible. This is my original, my first cube. It's a original Rubik's that I restickered recently. It's nicely broken in, but still terrible. This is my Jiancheng. I actually still like this cube a lot, even though it's pretty awful. This is a Shengshou Speed Edition. First speed cube by Shengshou, I believe. I turned it into a rattle for my son. This is a 45mm Jiancheng. It's awful. Pillowed, I think QJ, I'm not entirely sure. Decent, but not great. The Mini Maru 3cm. It's not good. And the QJ 48mm that has been much improved by some lube, but is still pretty awful. And I will use that to make the Lego mod. So those are the bad cubes. Let's forget about those. These are the actual speed cubes that can be called speed cubes. I'm just going to touch briefly on the MF3. I don't have an intact one. I have these two that are stuck together. And I'm mentioning it because I tried 4 of the cheapest cubes you can get. I'll get to the other ones. There's a Yushin Fire, there's a Chi Sail, and there's a YJ Guanlong Plus. And this one is the best looking one. The stickers are super nicely applied, great quality, great shades, everything. It looks much better quality than it is, and it's pretty fast out of the box. The issue is, if you want decent corner cutting, you will get terrible corner twists. Like every 10 solves you will get a corner twist. So not a great cube to use for speed cubing, but to make mods, to make mosaics, to give to someone who gets into cubing, very good choice. It looks really good, and it feels nice too. It feels fast and kind of sandy. But yeah. I get 2 more of these, and I gifted them to new cubers. They're very happy with them. So now the 30mm cubing classroom. It's insane how good this cube is for the size. It's really a proper speed cube. But of course it's just too small to be usable. It comes with a keychain, but there's a latch. You can remove it and put it back on very easily. Very nice, but yeah, too small to be really usable. This is the 35mm one, and I would say this is the smallest size that you can use to actually practice your normal finger tricks. So you can't really get fast, get normal times on this, but wait, I forget what I'm doing here. Well, yeah, I'm still learning those. It's really good for like slow solves, for practice and stuff like that to keep in a pocket. And you can do your normal finger tricks. Your fingers won't get in the way like with this one. So usable, but you won't get really fast. This is a 40mm Cyclone Boys Feiwu. Yeah, Feiwu. I get it because it's very light, so I could add it in the order without paying more shipping. It's pretty awful because there's no springs, there's no screws, which is kind of interesting. So I wanted it for that reason as well. It looks pretty good, but yeah, you can't adjust the tensions, so it's not amazing. But a nice cube to keep in your pocket. This is a 42mm Diane Zanchi. The logo came off, but you can probably recognize it. It's quite worn out. The stickers are chipping all over. I've been using this for 5 years now. It's an original plastic one. Still one of my favorite cubes to use. I learned F2L on this. It was my main for a while because it was my first proper speed cube. And you can get normal times on this, at least I can get mine. And it's really fun to use, fits nicely in a pocket. One of my favorite cubes still. This is a black version of the 42mm Zanchi. I got this quite recently actually. And it's new plastic, which I expected, but I was quite disappointed by the sticker placement. It's really all over the place, and it's a shame because I got it mostly for looks. So I bought new stickers for it, and I think I will just re-sticker it better than this. But I actually would still maybe recommend this cube because it's quite fast in spite of its age. The performance is not quite what you would get with a modern cube, but for its size it's pretty good, and it's a nice looking cube, especially if you like all the shades. This is a 50mm stickerless Zanchi. Certainly in my top 5 of favorite cubes to use. It just has a wonderful feel. The plastic is just amazingly smooth. Very decent performance as well. Yeah, this was my main for a long time. Many years, and still one of my favorite cubes to this day, even though I have a lot of better ones now. Speaking of better ones, this is a 50mm cube in classroom. The smaller size is up to 45 are only available in stickerless, but this one comes in black, white and stickerless. And it's insane how good this cube is. Regardless of its size, it's amazing. If I could get the same cube in standard size, I would. But I don't think there is an equivalent. It's really astonishing. I mean, I love this cube. It's so fast, so nice to turn. The performance is unbelievable. It looks great. Like everything about it. So now to the standard sizes. This is well standard. This is a 55mm Zanchi, which I used recently in a competition because I just couldn't decide which cube to use, and I figured this was as good as anything else for my times anyway. Still a very nice cube to solve, still very good performance. You just need a little more force than with modern cubes, but I like it. Lubing it made a big difference, unlike the other two that handle being dry quite well. This one was pretty squeaky without lube. Still a very nice cube. I might still use this in competition in the future just to be old school. This is a Fangxi Shuangren 54.6 millimeters with white internals and black caps. An amazing cube. Still today, I actually got it quite recently, and it's a completely unique feeling that no cube comes close. And also it's a completely unique look, like you have illusion cubes, but with the internals kind of showing up to the faces. It's really special, and there's a bunch of other colors available. Now the stock stickers are awful. These are new stickers that I put, and it makes a huge difference. My recognition was terrible before, and now it's completely normal in spite of the white showing. So I highly recommend this cube, even though it's from 2013. It's a phenomenal cube and just a pleasure to solve. What have I done here? Well, scramble it a bit. Actually, just scrambling it is just a joy. It's a really unique feeling. I cannot recommend this enough. This is a YJ Guanlong Plus. Another extremely cheap cube. Stickers are not as well placed as on the MF3, but the performance is amazing. In that price range, it's the best performance you can get, and it's really on par with much better cubes. It just feels really cheap. It feels a bit crappy, but it solves just fine and really fast. So if you want a super cheap cube that performs really well, this is the one to get. But other than that, it has some issues, like these corners can pop off very easily, and these things could break, I think, pretty easily as well. This is not ideal for modding either. Also good for a mosaic though, because there's no logo. But yeah, like if you want to do maybe multi-blind or something, and you need a whole bunch of cubes, these perform really well, and they're super cheap. Like I got initially 7 of those, because that's how much $5 could get me, and I have 2 additional ones left. So there's 2 more of this somewhere else in the house. This is the Volk Power M. It's a pretty amazing cube in my opinion. I just tried it at a competition, and I just had to buy it. It just feels so nice. It looks phenomenal with the semi-illusion effect. The magnets are just right. I mean, what can I say? It's a fantastic cube. This is a Kung Fu Long Yuan. There's carbon fiber stickers, but I think I'll get rid of those because I bought it to try the stickers, and actually it's a surprisingly nice cube, and I want to be able to use it normally. So currently I use it to practice PLL because recognition doesn't matter so much. But I think I'm going to remove the stickers because it's really a surprisingly good cube. I mean, the performance is not crazy, but it has just a really nice feel to it. It's a nice plastic. It's very smooth, and it's just a pleasure to turn. It sounds nice. It feels like good quality. So I would also recommend this one for a gift or something, or if you want to get make false cubes maybe. This feels surprisingly good, and it's really better quality than you would expect. This is a Yushin Little Magic. It's not obvious because I put stickers on it. It's a stickerless. I have a video on that. It's a fantastic cube, of course, one of my favorites. The only issue I have, and that's why I put the stickers, is that the plastic is super slippery, and I mean it literally flew out of my hands as I was solving. which never happens with any other cube. It's so that's a problem, but I have actually an idea to fix that, and you will hear more about it if it works. Otherwise, I won't mention it again. But yeah, I think it looks really nice with the stickers on, and it feels a lot better than it did. It's a fantastic cube. The Little Magic is really amazing, not just for its price, but generally speaking. So having had the stickerless one, I had to buy the black one because it's just so good. I wanted the black one, and it's phenomenal. Certainly in my top 5 favorite cubes to use, and I would be happy to use this in competition. Although I don't think I will because I have other ones that I prefer. But an amazing cube. So good, not just for the price. Again, it's one of the best cubes I've tried. The stickers are not as bad as I thought they would be, but they're pretty bad. They're starting to chip already, and they feel very light and papery, and you can also see here the white is starting to show on the sides, like on all the Rubik's brand cubes. So I'm gonna resticker it, but I wanna see just how much they wear out with use before I do that. This is another Yushin cube, Yushin Fire. It's their Guanlong or their sale. It's the cheapest one. Pretty good as far as cheap cubes go. I haven't set it up much. I just got it because I wanted a white speed cube, and there was a sale on this one. It's fairly quiet and smooth. It's a nice feel. Maybe the nicest feeling of the cheap ones I've tried. Performance is okay, nothing extraordinary. It's really decent. I noticed something though, the stickers are very nice. They're decent, normal, modern stickers with the normal shades and pretty thick. And so, why the hell did they put terrible stickers on something that came later and is supposed to be better? I really don't understand that. If they put those stickers on this one, it would work just fine, so I don't know. But a pretty good cube as far as budget ones go. This is, speaking of budget, this is a Moyu MF3 RS. I didn't get the RS2 because it's a bit more expensive and I'm not that curious about it. This is an extremely good cube, on par with the Little Magic in terms of performance. Personally, I prefer the Little Magic, but it's purely a matter of taste. This is more stable, a bit slower, but also really good. And I restickered it with classic shades, which I like better. Those are from Oliver Stickers. A really nice cube too. I know that 2 is supposed to be better. I haven't tried it, but this is still good. I can still recommend this. It's a very good speed cube and could totally be someone's main. So yeah, good cube. This one I have a couple of videos on, first impressions, a review, and it's currently in the springless state. I have a video on that too. I removed the springs basically, so there's only the screws and the magnets holding the thing together, and it's pretty crazy to use. Overall, a very good cube. Surprisingly, the performance is not great, but the magnets help so much that it doesn't matter. And side note, if you ever wanted to try the Japanese color scheme, just to try it out, get one of these, or get a Shengshou Gem, which is super cheap, because you can just pop off the caps like that. It's very easy. On the centers, on the corners, it's the same. They come off like center caps basically, and so you can just remove 2 faces and swap them. It's It's very easy to just try it out. Very interesting cube. Now this is a Cyclone Boys Feiku. I also have a review on this, and I think it's still today the only one on YouTube, strangely. It's a very interesting cube. It's tiled, which is quite unusual. I really like the shades personally. I like this very dark blue. And it's a very loud cube. So it has a kind of old typewriter kind of sound. We just do a scramble if you see what I mean. So personally, I really enjoy the sound and the looks. Not everyone will, but it's really worth trying. It feels like a stickerless because of the tiles, but it looks like a sticker, and it's really nice. I highly recommend it for the price. It's an interesting cube to add to your collection, if nothing else. And the performance is decent, not the best, but it feels nice. Now, this is Shengshou Fangyuan. I also have a video on those. I made illusion cubes, so this has black internals. So I got those just to make illusion cubes, and I didn't expect anything special. And I actually really love this cube. It's certainly in my top 5, probably in my top 2. The performance is amazing. It's on par with the Little Magic or the MF3RS or the Valve Power M or stuff like that. It's just extremely good. It's very fast, and it's quite stable too, and it has such a nice feel. It's mostly the feel that does it, but I really just fell in love with this cube. It's one of my favorites, and this is the other one, the one with pink internals and black caps. I really love the pink internals, and this is the cube I will use at my next competition. I actually get my best times on this, or close. The Valve Power M and the Little Magic get similar times, but this is just my favorite cube to use, I think, or one of the 2 favorite ones. It's just very surprising because it's a Shengshou cube and because it's a bit old and so on, but it's really amazing, and I highly recommend it. Also, this was the first cube ever magnetized by Chris Tran, so kind of an interesting historical reason to have it, maybe. But yeah, very good to make illusion cubes, and just a fantastic cube. Really a great surprise. This is a Chi sale. I actually have 15 more of these for a little project. One of the nicest budget cubes overall. It has good sticker placement. It looks pretty good. It feels very nice right out of the box, which is a plus for something that you might give to someone, or not ideal for a mosaic because it has the logo, but other than that, I would say it's much better than the Guanlong Plus, even though it performs not quite as well. It just feels nicer. It feels it's enjoyable to use. So this is what I take with me if I know that it could get dirty or get lost or damaged or something, because I have a bunch. And it's no problem to solve on this. It doesn't bother me. I don't get lockups or any issues. It's a fine cube to use every day. I don't get the best times on it, but it's a really good budget cube. Yeah, just a quick mention about the where is it? So the Guanlong Plus, 2 of them became sticker mods, and I just want to show them because they're interesting puzzles. This is a shepherd's cube. It's the easiest sticker mod to do. You can even just do it with a Sharpie on a white cube, or I mean, you just need to make arrows on a single color cube. It's very easy, and it's a very interesting puzzle, so much recommended. And this is a Mefrod's bandaged cube, and I want to mention it because this is just a sticker mod, so I didn't glue anything, because you might be interested in this and hesitate to do it because you have to glue stuff and you might screw that up and so on. You can just buy the stickers and apply them, and they hold the thing together. It's enough. So just wanted to show that. These are the two last ones. This is a Chi 6 centimeter. And I will actually make a video about that. It's a very different cube from the 5.6 one. The shades are a bit different, I think. Not entirely sure, maybe not. But the feel is completely different. This is much better quality. Sticker placement is much better. It turns much better. Performance is about the same, but it's not the same plastic for sure, and the mold is better quality. So it's a much better cube than the standard one, and I highly recommend it because it's interesting to have a 6 centimeter cube. It's not so big that it becomes funny. You can actually use it normally, but it still feels a bit chunky, so it's an interesting solve. It's an interesting feeling. It's pretty cheap, and it's a better cube than you would think. So I recommend getting this one. This is a Shengshou 7 centimeter Legend, and if you want a really big cube, I would actually recommend the 6.8 centimeter Chi one, but I wanted the biggest one just out of curiosity. It's just the Legend is not a very good cube, so the performance is bleh. You can loosen it to get better corner cutting, but then it becomes completely unstable, so it's just fine like this, big and blocky. This is a fun solve, but not something to get normal times on, I think. Maybe it would be convenient for feet or something, I don't know. Or if you're a giant, I guess. But it's just, this is more of a gadget, of a novelty item. So that's it for the collection. This is all of it. Most of it. For now. I will be getting more in the future, I think. I hope you enjoyed this video. See ya!